All right, so when you hear the words desertification or drought, you probably just picture, I don't know, really long, dry spell, right? Maybe a few extra hot days. But we are actually looking at one of the most urgent, complex environmental challenges of the whole 21st century. It's a crisis that honestly threatens our global survival. So let's just dive right into this explainer and break down the dryness crisis. Okay, first things first, we need to clear up a massive misconception. The myth, and you've probably seen this in movies, is that a desert physically crawls toward a city, like a creeping sand dune just swallowing up towns. But the reality is much more insidious. It's the quiet death and loss of biological productivity in once fertile land. So the desert isn't exactly moving, the land is actually just dying right where it stands.
So what exactly are we dealing with here? Well, the UN Convention to Combat Desertification defines it precisely as land degradation in arid, semi-arid, and dry subhumid areas. And notice the two main culprits here. It's driven by both natural climatic variations and, human activities. It basically triggers a really tragic loss of vegetation and severe drops in soil fertility.
Now, drought, on the other hand, is a temporary but prolonged period of below-average water availability, usually caused by changes in precipitation. Here is the absolutely crucial contrast to keep in mind. Drought is usually reversible. It's temporary. But when severe droughts happen repeatedly over time, they can permanently accelerate that desertification we just talked about, pushing vulnerable land completely past the point of no return.
And watching how a drought actually unfolds is like, well, it's a terrifying domino effect. It starts simply enough as a meteorological drought, literally just a lack of rain. But then that quickly escalates into an agricultural drought, creating a severe soil moisture deficit that kills off crops. From there, a hydrological drought hits, which drastically lowers our river and lake levels. And finally, the last domino falls, a socioeconomic drought. That's a massive disaster that deeply impacts human systems, food supplies, and global economies. To really grasp the terrifying scale of this crisis, think about this number, 40%. Scientific studies confirm that nearly 40% of our entire global land area is already affected by land degradation. Honestly, just think about that for a second. Almost half of the Earth's landmass is currently sick. We are not talking about isolated incidents here. We are witnessing a massive planetary shift.
But this isn't just about dirt, right? It's about the staggering human cost. 3 billion. That is the number of people directly impacted worldwide right now by this dying soil. 3 billion. We're talking about nearly half the human population facing the direct, daily consequences of degraded land on their actual livelihoods and health.
So what is actually driving all this? Well, it's a devastating mix of factors. On the natural side, you've got climate change violently shifting rainfall patterns and, of course, rising temperatures intensifying evaporation. But then, and this is the really frustrating part, we are rapidly accelerating the damage on the human side. I'm talking about deforestation, unsustainable agriculture, incredible overgrazing by livestock, poor water management, and rapid urban expansion just paving right over fertile soil.
And as the land dies, the environmental impacts are just profound. We're seeing severe topsoil and nutrient loss. We're seeing biodiversity loss and intense habitat destruction. And perhaps most visibly, degraded dryland generates massive global dust storms. We are talking about literal walls of dust that cross oceans and continents, severely choking air quality for everyone.
It's really a cascading ripple effect, showing exactly how degraded dirt rapidly transforms into a massive human crisis. Step 1, the soil degrades. Step 2, that dead soil completely crushes local crop yields. Step 3, this triggers intense food and water insecurity for millions of people. And finally, Step 4, ancestral populations are forced to migrate, which severely increases the risk of violent resource conflicts. It is a straight, totally unavoidable line from dry dirt to global geopolitical instability.
All right, let's shift gears to the blueprint for reversal, focusing on global policies, tech solutions, and mega projects.
Because we absolutely can fight back, and we're deploying some incredible ingenuity and high-tech solutions to do it. We're utilizing things like conservation tillage and agroforestry. We're installing smart drip irrigation systems that are actually guided by AI sensors to optimize literally every single drop of water. We're even using satellite remote sensing to monitor early signs of soil moisture loss from space. And meanwhile, scientists are using biotechnology to breed entirely new, drought-resistant supercrops. It's really amazing stuff.
But beyond the high-tech innovations, we are also seeing these bold, macro-scale mega projects. Take Africa's Great Green Wall, for example.
It is an awe-inspiring initiative aiming to plant a continent-spanning belt of trees across the entire Sahel region. By physically restoring the ecosystems on a scale like that, they are anchoring the soil and literally bringing a whole region back to life.
And we see a very similar success story with China's Grain for Green program. In this massive reforestation project, they are taking enormous expanses of degraded land and deliberately planting targeted vegetation to conserve the soil and dramatically reduce erosion. These mega projects prove that, when governments actually commit to large-scale action, the Earth beautifully responds.
But hey, reversing this damage isn't just up to governments. It requires local action from all of us. We can make a measurable difference right now. How? By auditing our own personal water consumption, actively supporting sustainable products, ruthlessly cutting down on our food waste, and even just planting trees and green spaces in our own neighborhoods. Healing the planet requires community-level participation, for sure.
Which brings us to a really crucial, hopeful realization on this World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought. Scientific evidence explicitly states that land degradation is not irreversible. Actually, let me repeat that, it is not irreversible. With global coordination, smart technology, and localized effort, we can turn back the clock. We absolutely have the exact tools required to heal the land.
Protecting our land isn't just some distant environmental concern. It is the literal foundation for human survival, economic stability, and our future. Without healthy soil, we simply do not have a future. So as we wrap up this explainer, the only question left to ask is, how will you step up to help protect it?